Shericka Jackson. The 1065 was impressive, but with Shericka Jackson, it's not just about the 100 with her, it's about the 200. So people are rightfully pointing out, well,
200 meters or 100 meters, we all know how strong of a runner Shericka Jackson can be. In fact, she has just made herself known, if they don't already, as a strong rival at next month's World Athletics Championships. At the recently concluded JAAA PUMA National Senior and Junior Championships in Kingston, she treated her fans and spectators alike to outstanding performances in the short sprints. The Jamaican sprinter, competing in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters, has competed in all distances so far this season, although she didn't always end up winning. Well, who does? Even the fastest sprinters are overtaken by other runners at times. Like everyone else, Shericka has had her share of losses this season too. In February, Dina Asher-Smith outran Shericka Jackson in the women's 60 meters at the final of the World Athletics Indoor Tour Gold Series in Birmingham, UK. In April, Shericka Jackson suffered yet another defeat in the women's 400 meters at the Miramar Invitational in Florida. There, Shericka finished third in 51.64, just behind her Jamaican compatriot Cherokee Young, who finished second in 51.58, while American hurdler Shamir Little took victory in 50.73. Then, in June, Shericka Jackson finished second in Doha 100 meters, behind American star Sha'Carri Richardson, who finished fastest to clock a world lead time of 10.76, which also eclipsed the meeting record previously held by the late Tori Bowie. Jackson was second in 10.85, with Britain's Dina Asher-Smith running 10.98 in third. Still, the Jamaican was all smiles when she said,
"It was a pretty good race. I know that time we probably should coach, but I just wanted to have fun. I did that tonight. I'm working on my start, and I think I did."
It was also then that she shared,
I have 2 weeks break, and then I go Morocco to run my first.
Of course, that is not to say that all Shericka did so far this season was run a little later at the finish line. Nope, not at all. In February, Shericka tested her speed in the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston and ran 7.34, finishing fifth in her own heat. In March, she showcased her early season good form by clocking a meet record of 50.92 seconds at Velocity Fest 12 in Kingston. It was Shericka's third 400 meters race of the 2023 season after she posted respective times of 53.11 and 52.05 earlier this year. Her time of 50.92 seconds is an improvement of her previous fastest time of 52.05 seconds, which she achieved at the GC Foster Classics in her second race of the season at this distance. Although she faced a tough challenge from Stacey Ann Williams of Elite Performance in the first 150 meters, Jackson found the energy to pull away at the 200-meter mark and secure the victory.
It is Jackson. She's still leading with about 50 meters to go. Begin to pump her arms with about a 5-meter lead, trying to sneak through for a second. Looks like Rhonda White, but Shericka Jackson 52 points.
Notably, the 50.92 seconds also set a new meet record and represents the fastest time ever in March for Jackson. In May, Shericka dominated the world's 200 meters field with a meeting record of 21.98 seconds at the 2023 Rabat Diamond League.
But Shericka Jackson was a little sleepy out of the blocks, I thought. Came up very upright very quickly, didn't stay low, Chris. But once she got into a running after about 60 or 70, you got the impression she was just accelerating.
Not only did Shericka set a new personal season best, but a meeting record as well, when she posted a time that was the second fastest of the season at the time. Her time of 21.98 seconds is trailing only St. Lucian sprinter Julian Alfred's world-leading performance of 21.91 seconds, clocked while representing the University of Texas. Although Shericka didn't have the fastest start,
Jackson third from left in the yellow spikes.
She displayed exceptional speed and control in the second half of the race.
Running to do. Tamara Daisy still leads at the moment, but now Shericka Jackson beginning to build her form. Remember, she is better at 400 meters as well as 200 meters, and she's beginning to ease away now. Coming through strongly in 4 is Strawn, who's finishing really strongly. Finishes the meet,
ultimately securing the victory and surpassing her previous season best of 22.25 seconds, which she achieved at the JAAA All-Comers 2023 Series meeting in Kingston a few days before. There, she made her 200 meters season debut and made it a good one. She faced tough competition from athletes like Stephanie Ann McPherson and German sprinter Tatjana Pinto. Although it was Shericka's first 200 meters race of the season, she outperformed her competitors to achieve the 6th fastest time in the world this year, as she clocked an impressive time of 22.25 seconds, 1.1 meters per second. Halfway through this season, Shericka Jackson has thrown down the gauntlet to her rivals at next month's World Athletics Championships with outstanding performances in the short sprints at the recently concluded JAAA PUMA National Senior and Junior Championships in Kingston. There, Shericka blazed the track inside the National Stadium in Kingston when she executed a bullet-like start before powering away from the field to establish a new personal best of 10.65 seconds, leaving the rest of the field in her wake, including back-to-back Olympic sprint double champion Elaine Thompson-Herah. More than that, Shericka bettered the previous world lead and personal best of 10.71 seconds, established by American rising star Sha'Carri Richardson in the heats of the U.S. Championships a few days earlier. In the 200 meters, Shericka blazed off the turn to straighten in the lead before pulling clear of Fraser Price for the then world lead time. Fraser Price was well clear for the silver medal position in 22.26 seconds, with newcomer Lene Tava-Thomas third in 22.55 seconds. Overall, Shericka Jackson, the 100 meters silver medalist and 200 meters gold medalist at last year's World Athletics Championships in Eugene, Oregon, shone at the event after establishing world leads of 10.65 seconds in the 100 meters and 21.71 seconds in the 200 meters. However, it is worth noting that Shericka didn't hold the 200 meters world lead of 21.71 seconds for long, as American Gabby Thomas later erased that with a smashing 21.60 seconds in her final at the U.S. Championships in Oregon later that day. Still, what Shericka did was not an easy feat, and it was an achievement she wasn't about to forget anytime soon. Well, neither will I, to be honest. And speaking of an event we aren't soon to forget, a few days ago, Shericka finished second in the 100 meters at the Diamond League meeting in Portland, as American Sha'Carri Richardson took the win. But Shericka wasn't about to be deterred. A few days after that, she competed in the women's 200 meters at the István Gyulai Memorial, a World Athletic Continental Tour gold event at Brago Athletic Center in Székesfehérvár in Hungary. There, Shericka Jackson cruised to victory in the women's 200 meters when she demonstrated her prowess with a fairly good time of 22.02, 1.0 milliseconds, making another strong statement just 4 weeks before the World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary. Overall,
so it was a good run for her, and I think given where she would be in terms of this particular phase of the season, I don't think she'd be particularly disappointed by the time. I think she'd be more focused on execution more than anything else, so this was a good win for her.
That said, for now, let's keep an eye on her and see how she'd perform at the Worlds in a few weeks. And speaking of the upcoming World Championships, watch this to find out who else we should watch out for in the event.